哦，那我们就开始吧，我怕会卡很久。为什么不让我开始？
After my showdown with Jesse, I continued to track his brother, Frank, and that son of a bitch, Jim. I followed those bastards into the high mountains as they were going to ground.
What mountains would that be?
Somewhere in the Ozarks, I believe.
这个我不是打过了吗？
Perfect place to hide out from the
还是我记
authorities.
错了？应该是记错了吗？
In fact, before I could find them, some Indians who fled the res and were hiding out from the military found me first. They probably thought I was a cavalry scout and didn't want me telling the military where they were.
Indians?
Yeah, they could have been Cheyenne, but there was all sorts of renegades roaming the landscape back then.
哈哈，我以为只有上面有人。大意了。是。还想探小头啊！哎呦！
Hey, how about another whiskey, Ben? Nothing better to soothe the troubled soul.
辛苦了，而且最终我还是失败了。而且讽刺的是，我后来私底下把那个王冠打过了，但是因为我没有解谜，所以一切要重来，我就把那游戏删了。太讽刺了。
Now, where was I? Indians, right. I had more than my share of run-ins with the red man. Like that time...
而且
Did I tell you about Grey Wolf?
Yes, sir.
哎，其实也不能这样讲，好像是我卡 bug 了。
In fact, I could still remember that old medicine man's words to me.
Jesus Christ, we're back to that again.
You carry great darkness in your heart. It will claim your soul. You will come to this place again and kill many more men.
哎、我头打到我。
And the darkness will grow until it consumes everything you are.
无糖胺，这应该是无糖吧？ 没有子弹了。
So, did you ever find it? Who? The man you are after.
Let me ask you something, Ben. You ever think about death?
这游戏就这样子啊，超不合理的。
Mr. Greaves, are you all right?
Oh, death. Oh, death.
上嘞！哎呦，被火烧到。那这个我很讨厌他，为什么不能跑步？我跑不起来了。是剧情关系吗？
Won't you spare me over to another year? What is this that I can't see with ice cold hands taking hold of
对啊，
me?
你看，不要戳破母哈，他前面没有看呐、
None can
人家在忙没有看。
I'll open the door to
有安内罗吼。
heaven or hell. Oh, death, someone would pray. Could you wait to call me another day? Oh, death. Oh, death. Won't you spare me over till
这边到底是想怎么样？
So, are you gonna answer the question?
What question is that?
Jim Reed. Did you ever find him?
Reed was indeed that son of a bitch's surname. That's right, Ben. A despicable character. I remember him laughing like a hyena that cold morning they lynched me and my
会
brothers.
死掉吧？
He was intent on avoiding my vengeance, but nothing was gonna stop me. Nothing. 有
放狙击吗？詹姆斯 Frank。
I finally did track those outlaws down. They had long rifles with scopes and were well positioned to pick off any poor soul who came anywhere close.
蛇形走位。 啊！好痛，好痛！不皮了，不皮了。
I'm guessing Frank James believed I was responsible for the demise of his brother Jesse. I couldn't really disagree with the man, as I thought Jesse was dead then as well. He backed off as I closed in on him, but he was still intent on killing me. And when I closed in on him again, he backed off again, looking for a better angle on me. Hell, I can't fault Frank for wanting his revenge, as I was there for the same damn reason myself. At this point, I'm guessing you think Silas Greaves is a worse murderer than Jim Reed ever was.
No, sir.
A man who spent half his life killing somebody's brothers, fathers, sons.
I think you were just looking for justice, sir.
Is that what I was looking for, Dwight? Is that what it was? Justice?
Isn't that why you were hunting the James gang?
The James gang. Right. I finally found Frank holed up in his mountain cabin, and he was determined to have me dead. It was a pitched battle that could have gone either way. Luckily, I had some dynamite in my possession.
Dynamite. On your person.
A few sticks, just in case. It's always good to be prepared.
Right.
I'm just laying out the facts as I remember them, Jack.
哦！啊！差一点点。
This is gonna hurt. you, boy. My goddamn bullet magnets. Put him down! I want that bastard dead! This ain't hide and seek. I'm gonna cut you in two. You must be pissing me off. Burning hell, Reeves!
我靠，被自己炸到！
That son of a bitch! Take him out! He's just one man! Put him down! I want that bastard dead! Gonna cut you a new throat! Gonna make you bleed! You ready for a belly full of bloodshot? Stop that! I'm still standing. Get out here and face me! Die! You just brought hell down. Hell breathes! Feel that? And that old shack? Well, it went tumbling right off that cliff.
With Frank James still in it?
Yes, sir.
But Frank James is still alive, living in Missouri, showing folks around the family farm for 25 cents a tour.
I didn't say he died in the fall, now did I?
你卡说的，又爬起来，太猛
I'm
了吧！
done with this damnable outlaw life. Kill me, don't kill me, do what you will. At this point, I just don't give a shit.
在讲话还有回
I
音，
explained to Frank that I had nothing against him personally and that I was looking for someone else. You want Reed? Have at him. I never did like that bastard. I am done here. We parted in peace as Frank pointed out the path to my prey before making his way back down the hill.
OK。那这一关还没结束，我刚刚那个不算完。
So what happened with Reed?
Well, I finally found the last of the gang hiding in a nearby cave. First, I had to dispatch the lookouts. As I was determined not to let that murderer escape my revenge again.
他妈太硬了吧！
You ain't beating me, boy! You But rather than wander in willy-nilly, I decided it would be better to smoke that son-of-a-bitch out. Hey, Reed! I shouted. No wonder you're so ornery. Can't be easy being married to Belle Starr. While you're off providing for the family, she's spreading her legs for every Tom, Dick, and Cole Younger. Not an attractive woman exactly, but very friendly. At least she was to me.
Son of a bitch!
It was then that the last bunch of bandits jumped out of hiding.
Why won't this asshole give up? Would someone please kill him?
要许我。
Don't let him through!
He's a cold-blooded killer.
Show him how to die!
You can't hide from me.
短管的会比较不痛吗？
Brother, I'm gonna make you pay for that.
Eventually, it was just me and Reed. I had waited a long time to face him down, so I could repay him for what he did to my brothers. And repay him I did. Well, I don't know about you boys, but I'm pretty beat.
Well, it's too damn bad you never found that Bob character. Seems a shame he never had to pay.
Well, funny thing about that,
对，
I
他在
did
回忆
have
他
one
的那
more
个
chance at him.
一生吧，算是一生吗？
6
No,
months
tayo
ago, I
回忆错了。
heard that Butch and Sundance were back in the States and had gathered up some of their old gang. I tracked them down, hoping that Roscoe Bob Bryant had returned with them.
So you're saying they didn't die down in Bolivia?
That's what I'm saying.
"好人、坏人和死人"这个标题。
40 years I had waited to get my hands on the last of my brother's killers. Not even an army of demons could have stopped me now. Both Johnny Ringo and Jim Reed fell fairly quickly. But the last one, Roscoe Bob Bryant. That son of a bitch had managed to escape my vengeance time and time again. I couldn't even be certain I'd recognize him after all those years. By now, he had to be close to 70.
But for all you know, he could have been dead.
That thought had indeed crossed my mind, as did others. For instance, did my thirst for vengeance turn me into something worse than the man I was after? By this point in my storied career, I had killed more men than Bob Bryant ever had. I was furious as hell at that bastard for making me who I am. A man with no family, no friends. Nothing could stop me from taking his life. I'd been after that killer forever. From the time I rode with Billy the Kid. But that chapter of my story you already know.
Chapter of that fairy tale, you mean?
Suddenly, it was 1910. There I was, an old man roaming a ghost town dead almost 2 decades.
不知道哪一把比较好，反正能换应该是好的吧。
The town was falling apart, just like me. But I wasn't about to call it quits. Even though the ghosts of my dead brothers were begging me to end what I started so long ago.
Mr. Graves, are you all right? Would you like some water?
The Wild Bunch knew I was there. They were after a treasure they had hidden before they fled, buried in a grave of a dead amigo. I intended to fill that grave with Bob Bryant's corpse. But like I said, the bandits knew I was onto them. They lured me in and hit me with everything they had.
Put that geezer in the ground! Vengeance is mine! Gonna be loud!
But you obviously prevailed since you're sitting here telling us today.
Actually, in that moment, I did not prevail.
So I suppose we're talking to a ghost.
Gonna blow you into next week! We've got company!
应该可以2楼吗？
Who the hell is that old man? That old fart ain't right in the head!
不可以耶，他强制在这个洞打耶。
Kill that old timer! Son of a bitch! Bury that old asshole! Get the good! Put that geezer in the ground! Come out, you yellow bastard! Who the hell is that old man? That old fart ain't right in the head!
So I suppose we're talking to a ghost.
雾茫茫，那看拢无咧。
That old fart ain't right in the head! He's tearing right through us! He can't do that! Different son of a bitch! Gonna blow you and kill that old timer! They're gonna bury you in a million pieces.
But you obviously prevailed since you're sitting here telling us the tale.
Actually, in that moment, I did not prevail.
So I suppose we're talking to a ghost.
Funny you should put it like that, Jack. Because when I woke up,
From the dead?
there was silence all around me. I could swear to God I saw Billy then.
Billy who?
Billy, the kid. William Bonney. He was shooting at me from a rooftop.
He 都用手枪弹药这边。
Here, there, even over there.
So I am right. You are touched in the head.
Mr. Greaves, perhaps we should switch you to coffee?
You see that old Indian again, too?
No, but I did see Billy's killer, Patrick Floyd Garrett. He came at me guns a-blazing. But I knew that old war horse had died 2 years before. I wondered if maybe I was dead too and confronting the ghosts of my past. Perhaps all my sins were coming back to haunt me and drag me down to perdition. I saw Henry Plummer throw dynamite at me. And in the gates of the cemetery, I saw John Wesley Hardin, just like I remembered him.
Oh, 这跟灵魂打是怎样？
Robert Ollinger appeared with his terrible double-barrel shotgun.
啊，在哪里？ 以这样子的哦。
In the gates of the cemetery, I saw John Wesley Hardin, just like I remembered him.
是他灵魂，就算他是突然出现的，他刚刚那个都是那两只都是突然在我旁边呢，怎么可能？
Robert Ollinger appeared with his terrible double-barrel shotgun. But no ghost army was stopping me.
My father-in-law got hit with a fallen branch. He spent the rest of his life talking to dogs.
Newman Hayes Clanton, William Brocious, John Peters Ringo, they all wanted me dead.
我靠腰啊！他挥不到哎。
Newman Hayes Clanton, William Brocious, John Peters Ringo, they all wanted me dead.
躲哪里都不对啊，因为你打那个方向，下一个方向就是来了。
William Brocious, John Peters Ringo, they all wanted me dead. The Dalton brothers, Robert and Grattan, guardians of the Garden of the Dead. George Curry and Harvey Logan, alias Kid Curry, both thirsty for vengeance from the great beyond.
最近超忙的，辛苦了。我想说，你今天是不是很忙
？Jesse, Woodson, James, and Jim Reed, each one deader than the next. I thought I would go crazy.
Thought?
哇哟！会被这气死哎、欸！
The Dalton brothers,
什么垃圾机
Robert
制
and Grattan, guardians of the Garden of the Dead. George Curry and Harvey Logan, alias Kid Curry, both thirsty for vengeance from the great beyond. Jesse, Woodson, James, and Jim Reed. Each one deader than the next.
他这个两边这个太过分了啦！
Finally, I saw Harry Alonzo Longabaugh.
The Sundance Kid?
Like a general leading his legion of the dead.
You told us before that you'd seen him alive.
He was
遭遇
alive.
C0SML。
哎呦，送他小啦！要不要重来吧？重来咯，谢咯。
Heard a voice call to me from afar. It was Robert Leroy Parker, a.k.a. Butch Cassidy, coming at me from out of the fog.
Thanks for taking care of that bastard.
也比样4个月。
But the kid wasn't quite deceased. Not yet.
Takes more than one little bullet to kill the likes of me, partner.
Those two looked like they hadn't seen each other for quite a while. Clearly, they were no longer amigos.
Shit. I was hoping I wouldn't have to kill you.
You won't have to, Butch. I'm killing you first.
I asked them about Bob Bryant, but they were too busy with their own heated conversation.
Let me get this shit straight. You want my money and the love of my life?
You frittered it all away, Butch. Eda's mine. So is that damn money.
I didn't want to shoot anybody until I had an answer to my question, but those boys didn't give me much of a choice. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid died there in that cemetery not 6
还好我速
months
度是
ago.
100%，不然太快按了。对，刚刚忘记开麦，太气了。
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid were killed by the Bolivian army. Everybody knows that.
That's the legend, but it ain't the truth.
So, you never found Bob? There is no Bob. This old sumbitch ain't even Silas Greaves.
Sir, is that true? Have you been pulling our legs this whole time?
Well, not the whole time.
Oh, man, I think you've worn out your welcome here.
Maybe you're right, Jack. Maybe it's time to pay. You see, Ben, or should I say Bob, your past always catches up with you.
I was a different man back then, crazy. Drinking, I've changed my ways, I swear to you. If I could turn back the clock,
But you can't, Bob.
哈，我完全没有印象谁是鲍勃。鲍勃是那个吗？超人特工队那个爸爸吗？OK 啦，这边看来应该只能选一个东西，你们觉得要选什么呢？因为我很怕他这边要重来，所以我们直接查。我们查一下。我可不想重打刚刚那一段，我会气死，我已经气死了。直接查一下这个，不是，怎么可以出现一个这么没有印象的人物啊？到底是想怎么样？希拉是揭穿酒馆老板的身份，就是他就是几十年寻找的仇家鲍勃。鲍勃说自己洗心革面做人了，此刻选择杀他来宽恕，所以他就是我们的仇人啊。那你们觉得呢？我不知道他这边会不会让我们重选，有可能会，有可能不会。那我们就先选。就先选。
why'd you toy with me like that? Telling those tales, knowing all along. Why not just lay your cards on the table?
我不确定这里可不可以重来。
Wanted to suss you out, Bob. See what kind of man you turned out to be. Maybe prod you into drawing on me. See, all those years on your trail turned me into a killer. Can't even remember who I was before you tried to murder me. You, on the other hand, walk that very same path in exactly the opposite direction.
What do you mean by that?
You think your life is worth sparing, Bob? Boy, what's your name again?
It's Eisenhower, sir. Dwight Eisenhower.
What do you plan to do with your life, Dwight Eisenhower?
Tomorrow I'll be leaving for West Point, sir.
So, you want to be a soldier? Well, then do it right, son. Don't tear down the world out of anger and spite like I did. You build it up. You do something decent with your life, you hear me?
Sir? Yes, sir.
I won't have it said I left you with nothing, Bob.
Oh， 他很帅啦。没有错哦，过关了。
Won't you spare me over till another year?
There are men who fear legends, but a man legends fear. He's a four-hosted reaper, crying bullets for tears. When a drought comes in justice, bullets make good rain. When the heartache has dried up, only blood heals the pain. There's a time for grieving and a time to just pray. There's a time for forgiving, but it's not for today. You can hide sins from the gavel, you can drown them in rum. When silence grease finds you, there's nowhere to run, and time goes too slowly.
结束，我看一下那个最后那边可不可以。